Stare into those eyes. Why you so beautiful? You want all my time. The feeling is mutual. Tastes like cherry pie. My guiltiest pleasure, babe. Be forever mine. I want you in every way. Living without you isn't what I'll do. Living without you isn't what I'll do. If you were a daisy in my garden, I pick you, I pick you, I pick you every time. If you were a daisy in my garden, I pick you, I pick you, I pick you every time. Every time. Holding on for dear life. I'm not gonna let you go. Never leave my side. Yeah, I wanna let you know. Living without you isn't what I'll do. Living without you isn't what I'll do. If you were a daisy in my garden, I pick you, I pick you, I pick you every time. If you were a daisy in my garden, I pick you, I pick you, I pick you every time.
Oh my goodness, what was
Wow.
Oh my god, there's no way.
So huge.
Maybe?
The
Maybe?
double. The triple.
What a crap. Yo, okay.
The solo hero.
The time has come. Week after week, some teams rose up,
It's a huge Reaper holds. There's no way.
while others fell.
I think we just got an Ajax.
We did.
I think we just got an Ajax.
Plays were made that turned the tides.
There's no fatty shatty. That one, it takes out two. There's the three-piece. Can he get a side and a drink with that?
From dominant sweeps
And that's gonna be it for Havana. Louisville with a 3-0 sweep.
to nail-biting map fives.
What a showing. That will be Detroit slamming the closet door.
This season delivered everything. And now only the best remain.
Wait, Choco Man's still on point. Oh my god. Wait, your Eagle pulls. Oh, that's so big.
This is it. For those who remain, it's do or die. Get ready for the United Rogue Overwatch Season 9 finale.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to United Rogue Overwatch. Today we have an exciting matchup today. We have our Emerald Finals for Season 9. We got Phoenix Thunder versus Washington Rebellion. I'm joined today by Rico. I'm cool. How are you doing today, Rico?
We're doing all right. We're here on Super Bowl Sunday for an even more entertaining championship here at United Rogue. We have the Emerald Season Championship here. That's right. This will determine the Season 9 champions for our Emerald League here.
Yes, and what could be more important than a United Rogue Overwatch stream? Surely everyone's watching this and not the Super Bowl.
Honestly, the only thing we should be tuning in for is maybe some of those commercials. But other than that, you should
That's
be
true.
here, tuned in on our stream. Let's be honest, this is where the real gambling happens. Make sure you place your bets as we get things kicked off here tonight. I think we already have bans and maps in the chat, I believe.
That is pretty insane. Let's get straight into that then, I guess. So Phoenix was the higher seed, so they decided to go for the map pick. So we got Lijiang Tower as our map. And then on the side of bans, War took the first ban, and they decided to ban Pharah. Pretty important ban, I'd say, on this map. What do you think about the Pharah ban?
Yeah, I mean, Pharah on Lijiang Tower is definitely something we've seen before, especially at this point in the season. Teams have done their research on each other. They also know their strengths, their weaknesses. If the Pharah isn't something they want to deal with on Garden, or honestly, even the other sub maps, you could get away with running the Pharah. I think this is a great map to do it on. Rip
A
the
lot of that
Band-Aid off
boost
now.
potential. Yeah, I believe Pazlight is a Pharah main as well, if I remember correctly. And Pazlight is one of the main DPS for Phoenix. Speaking of the boot potential, though, we also have a Lucio ban from the side of Phoenix, also trying to stray away from that boop on Lijiang Tower Bridge.
Yeah, honestly, this is criminal behavior. I can understand a Pharah ban, a Lucio ban, a Lijiang Garden. Honestly, uncalled for. This is ridiculous. How are we going to have a map one of the finals without Lucio? I'm devastated.
For real. I am definitely excited, though. We have a couple returning names here in our Emerald Finals. We have Dill, you know? We got Big Green, I believe, is in this War roster as well. Just a couple names from last seasons that really ring a bell to me. Gare Bear, I believe, was here. And also, just not to forget to mention the War return to the finals. It's been a minute, but definitely excited to see that. Back in the day, we had a lot of the War and Dallas going on. We are going straight into the map now. I'm excited to see what happens. And I believe this is Gardens, right? This is the one with the bridge? Yes.
Yeah, we have Gardens here. I am curious to see what these teams are going to roll out on. The Pharah off the table, Lucio off the table. I do know some of these people's comfort picks. We do have Guna. Obviously, there it is. We're seeing the Life Weaver being flashed there on screen. Gare Bear pulling out the Vendetta here.
Vendetta, that's a surprise pick from Gare Bear, I believe. I think we have seen it pulled out a couple times, but typically known for that Junkrat gameplay, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the Junkrat usually a big staple in Gare Bear's hero pool, but I like it comboed with the Zarya here. You got the potential to bubble your Vendetta, bubble your Reaper, and be pretty aggressive on targets that are out of place.
Not only that, but we do have that Orisa and Zarya matchup, and it might look bad in the favor of Phoenix here.
And Gare
We
Bear
already
going
have
in
the
gets
Vendetta
bubbled.
pushing in. Gets pulled out.
And both teams just poking here as they posture, but Phoenix caught on this bridge. I say that, but Gare Bear gets taken out by Cranium, but Dill falls to the Reaper, and that's a huge pick as War is going to capitalize, take first point. Oh, no, they don't cap. Hold on. Give it a second. While they clean
And we
up
have
some of these kills.
we have a suicidal Mercy Res as well coming out. I think the difference there was the speed, actually. We had the Juno that was able to take the advantage and take the better positioning with War just early on in the fight, and that gave them the better advantage.
Yeah, unfortunately, this
Phoenix
Orisa's
opting to take
really
the White Room here now.
immobile, but
Seems like it's going to be better in their favor.
a pick on a Deadly Kitten, but let's go, dude. Finding Cranium. Gare Bear's off the table. That's both DPS from War down. It is just going to be Maestro getting healed up by his supports. Is high charge, though. but Dill landing a spear on the Let's Go dude, and it should be cleanup here on the side of Phoenix. And Deadly Kitten TP's back to get Pazolite, but the res is going to come out and the flip to Phoenix.
We got 4 ults on the side of both teams here coming out soon. We do have the cast swap, probably to help deal with more of the poke that is happening here on the side of Phoenix. I'm excited to see. It's going to be down to who presses Q first.
Yeah, I just don't want an overcommit to happen. As we say that, Mercy Valk gets used, and so does the overclock, but Dill falls.
And
Mercy's looking for this res.
War uses both support ults at the same time. Unfortunately, that might turn out bad in their favor on the next fight.
Not finding anything, but Dill opting to find himself off the map. And this might be a stagger here. Yeah, a little bit of a stagger there onto the Soj. And yeah, not a major investment. I guess. I don't know. It's rough.
You're
Both
looking at the
support ults were
Arisol,
used.
and I was gonna say, yeah, you're looking at the Arisol and the Moira ult versus the Grav, and which one would you prefer in that lineup?
Honestly, Maestro could grab the wall right here if they try to walk across. And Dill
They have the
kind of
early
gets...
Moira ult coming out, not really finding a lot of value.
Yeah, Dill kind of got zoned by the high charge Zarya. The squishies, though, wrapping, but the Zarya catching the
The
Mercy
solo
out.
Grav on the Mercy.
Honestly, value.
Respect it.
But
Respect it.
Maestro does fall for it. It's going to be up to these squishies to clean up the fight, and Dill is low. And that is going to look like our first sub-map in favor of War.
I mean, fantastic play by War there. I think that speed really helped them with the advantage there. I also think just the Zarya matchup comparatively to that Orisa, just the Orisa had to play on their back foot the whole time. You might need to see a swap here off of the Orisa.
Yeah, the Orisa was taking a lot of abuse there. Not to mention, War does have the speed ring. You mentioned it earlier in that round. Despite most of the heroes on Phoenix, they were on a pretty mobile comp with the Soj, Mercy, Echo, Moira, but that Orisa is just so stationary. The rotates are so slow. She can't really walk past the Zar. The Zar's always going to be able to out-rotate her. And we do have a swap onto the Juno.
We do have those
Phoenix
swap. And the Orisa swapping off onto the Ram. We also see the Junkrat come out of Gare Bear here. So definitely excited to see
the Junkrat
which one favors. I do like the positioning here on the side of War here. I like that they took the advantage and decided to go to point early on left side. It is unfortunately
but a big
not gonna
slow
turn out
from
in
the
their favor.
Ram. There's a huge slow out of Dill. Both the Zarya and the Junk falling prey to the spam as they're stuck in the Ramatra's E. And now, first point flip to Phoenix here, and they're going to look to hold close. They have a Mei, and Cranium is absolutely lethal with the Mercy pocket. Going to find Guna before the fight even really gets a chance to take place. And now Gare Bear falling staggered himself. I'm not sure about that, but Cranium would beg to differ.
We already have OC on the board as well. This is looking like it's going to be a rough next fight here for War.
Absolutely quick OC, and there it is. As soon as they poke out, and Deadly Kitten forced to race away, looking for the backline picks. Gonna TP in, finds the Mercy, but gets traded out. They do give up a lot of map presence though to try and kite away from to help peel for the Mercy, and it is gonna result in a point flip for War.
That's 53% on the board there. Not a bad first hold.
Now both
You
teams
get tree out early.
Rams. The tree comes out early. A male committed falls shallow though. Oh, but Deadly Kitten a little
Unfortunately, that male is
over-aggressive.
line of sight based.
And now the Mercy ult is gonna come out here as Phoenix surges onto the point. Guna getting run down as Gare Bear looks for a tire. The Mei blocks. Dill is fine in his form with the Mercy ult. And picks are coming out slowly here. Now Gare Bear falls, but Deadly Kitten finds the Juno. And that's the Mercy. That's both supports for Phoenix. And Deadly Kitten's gonna commit the ult. Falls. Cranium with another OC on the board. They're looking to fight this despite not having any supports. And Maestro's gonna fall. Juno desperately trying to trade out Dill. Does, but Cranium finds the kills.
Cranium popping off there.
Cranium absolutely pulling Phoenix up by their bootstraps, and Mercy is gonna get the res on the Dill so they can hold close again with this Mei wall. I'd like to see Pazolite kind of hold this wall. We've been using them kind of early and past the choke. I'd really like them to be patient and set up a good wall here for Dill. They kind of just give. The speedring comes out and they let the rotate happen. Deadly Kitten is on this flank though.
That's gonna be a massive Juno ult.
And it is mirrored
And
though.
the other Juno ult able to counter it.
Ooh, and Deadly Kitten does find Pazolite as the Ramatra ult zones point. And Deadly Kitten cleaning up Cranium. I will point out Gare Bear swapping back over to the Vendetta. We're off the Junkrat now. Dill gonna be forced to use form as they sort of kite this, wait for their respawns back. Deadly Kitten falling low. Gonna get cared though. And Gare Bear.
I did just catch this. We did see the Vendetta swap, by the way.
We did. Okay. But ults are being popped here on point. Dill with the Annihilation. Desperately looking to
Last
chase
fight
down
here.
these kills. Finds Let's Go, dude. The Valk is active, and it's just Maestro here on point, and he is going to fall. I say that, but Deadly Kitten, looking for a hero play, is going to fall short. Gare Bear, looking for a trade before he gets forced off. And the res coming out. There will be a touch here from Let's Go, dude, if he wants it. And he does. The ball
Does the
coming
ball have
in.
the ball? The ball
Cranium
does.
Popping the OC.
That's gonna be a massive stall.
A big stall as Deadly Kitten looking to catch the Juno here, coming back from spawn. But falls, and so does Guna. Gare Bear with the desperation ult. It comes out, doesn't find anyone, and the ball falls. It's just Gare Bear here. And they
You know, Gare Bear did get their one though.
They did find Cranium, but too little, too late.
You know,
So
one thing I
also
did notice there, I don't know if you caught onto that. I did see a bit of a difference between the two Ram playstyles. Dill opting for a more aggressive Ram, and Maestro opting for holding block and holding the point, stalling a bit longer. I did like to see the difference between those two. Unfortunately, we are going to see the Zarya swap, so we're not going to get that matchup once again.
Yeah, the Czar coming back out. Oh, nope, back over onto the Ram. Gonna take the Ram matchup.
Maybe we will see it again.
Oh, I was gonna say,
That's
I
an early
do love the
pick from Gare Bear.
Junkrat in the small room. It's a
Not
classic.
going to mean much with that Mercy.
The Ice Block was forced though from Pazolite. They're gonna have to give up some space here as Cranium finds himself split from his team, and Deadly Kitten immediately TPs in his backline looking for more. Noor is gonna collect first cap here. And now this is rough if you're Phoenix. You're just gonna have to walk into this junk spam here. Never mind. Gare Bear a little ambitious over peaks and a great wall. Those are the walls I want to see out of Pazolite. Zones Maestro, and now Cranium is just cleaning up as this Juno strafes and dances on point. Cheeky makes it out to the coast, but is gonna fall, and now Deadly Kitten follows to boot. And War has to be
Very
careful here.
close
Gerber
first map
cheating
here.
up. Yeah, a lot of back and forth.
Early wall.
Hazlight getting bounced back by these nades. Dill following up with a form of his own. And Cranium is on this coast with the Mercy Pocket, looking to apply pressure. Deadly Kitten is going to contest by himself. Gearbear finds Pazolite, and that's the opening pick that War needs to walk in. I don't think the Mercy's going to be able to get a res on it, but Cranium, looking to create some pressure with the overclock, falls, and Gearbear commits the tire to Blossom, who gets caught in a res.
I mean, fantastic gameplay there out of Deadly Kitten.
Oh my god!
And we get the Reaper ult in
Absolute
spot.
aggression. You talked about the difference in Rams. I think Maestro's more refined blocking playstyle sort of is to counteract his Reaper's just absolute need to hold the W key. And Gearbear finds Cranium lurking on an off angle. The Juno ult and Mail come out from Phoenix, but a huge grip at Aguna to pull the Ram out of the Mail.
Deadly Kitten is still in the backline. Takes out both supports.
Oh my gosh. He is wreaking havoc in the backline. They want this Mei, but has Ice Block. Your Deadly Kitten doesn't care. He's waiting. He wants his ones. And a big grip again out of Guna to save the day.
Honestly, we're talking about the Ram and we're talking about the Reaper, but those pulls have been phenomenal for the side of War.
And now both support outs come out from War here, as both Ramatras pop the Annihilation, but I think this is too little too late for Phoenix. The ult economy was just stacked in War's favor here.
War's gonna take the first map. I don't know if I've ever seen such a Q fest in that small room on Lijiang.
Yeah, a lot of ults being used. Wow. Just wow. I am at a loss for words here. Out of just, honestly, the raw aggression out of the DPS on War. I mean, there's times when Deadly Kitten is going in and I'm like, just wait. You got one. You got two. You just get a health pack. Get some care. Give it a second. But no. The TPs...
I think that's where we see the difference between these Emerald games and the Sapphire and Ruby games. Something like that would always be punished when you get up to Sapphire and Ruby. But I think it's just something that you can do down here, and it's fantastic to see. It's a movie.
I mean, it very much is just a snowball rolling down a hill. I mean, the pressure starts coming out. Ults start getting pushed. And it definitely worked out there in War's favor. There was a little back and forth there in some of the maps, but I think by map 3, Deadly Kitten was very much aware with how much they could get away with. The limit testing was complete. But with that, Phoenix is going to get
And
map
the answer was
10
that they
ban
could
here.
get away with it, really.
Well, there was some help there. We did mention Guna had some really clutch pulls there on the Life Weaver to sort of bail out some of the aggressive counterparts there of the War roster. And it looks like we do have a map coming out here. Dill says that Phoenix is going to opt for Esperanza as their map pick. What do we think?
I could
about
see
that?
it. It's a bit more of a pokes playstyle on that map. I think Phoenix does tend to like that poke, especially with that Orisa.
Yeah, that's fair. I was gonna say I won't lie. I know Dill has been a staple in UR. I'm not sure what Dill's tank pool is. So that's why I was curious about the map pick. But The space and the angles might be great for Cranium. There was a lot of action happening on that Sojourn. A lot of fights being carried there at the hands of Cranium. I think a map like this opens up a lot of space, a lot of off angles for you to take, where you can also just sort of through your own positioning zone yourself away from the Reaper, or at least to the point where you're gonna see him coming.
Well, this map also has a lot of height, which does help with that Pharah. If we do end up doing that Pharah Mercy combo that we see out of Phoenix.
And I did talk about positioning to avoid the Reaper, but it's going to be a non-issue here, as Phoenix are going to opt to ban the Reaper.
I mean, with what Deadly Kitten was pulling out on my last map, I understand the ban.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And there it is, the Orisa ban. Going tit for tat, taking the Orisa off the table. Kind of hitting Dill with the no you. You take my Reaper, we take your Orisa.
I mean, it makes sense, especially with this map. I think there are far better poke maps, but this is one of the poke maps of all time.
It begs the question, again, I don't really know Dill's hero pool, but will we see a Sigma here? I think maybe not on ladder. It's been fully realized yet. I feel like I still don't see him as much as I should in my games, but I think Sig is definitely back to doing Sig things, especially on maps where poke comps are strong. Is the Sigma
East Bronze
something that we
definitely
see
a
again?
known Sigma map? I can see it happening. I don't know if I've ever seen Dill play Sigma, though. I mean, I don't really tune into the Emerald streams as much. It's entirely possible that he pulls that out.
Actually,
Especially if the
I am
team
gonna
favors the
give-
poke.
Oh, we see a Rhine being
We're
flashed
hitting a
here.
Rhine. And a leg? This is going to be an interesting one.
Rhine and
Whereas
legs.
War over here on the Doom Bastion Vendetta comp. That's a comp.
Yeah,
I like the aggression.
Maestro over to the Diva.
We're swapping to the
Dill
Diva.
over to the
that
Ram.
makes a lot more sense. We like to do a bit of trolling. They like to mess with the casters a little bit. That's okay.
No, I like
I was
this
a little excited
already,
to see the
though.
Doom and Emerald.
We need to be careful because they have a Diva, but we do already see Pazolite positioning to take this off angle here. Will it pay off? Will we see a repeat of the Lemon Ragebait Soldier? And we do get a pick on the Let's Go dude. And Pazolite is running for his life from the Vendetta. Gets traded as this brawl's happening main. Dill falling low. Forced to hold block here as Maestro's mech is also low.
It's traded, but that does leave the Vendetta out for a minute.
And Maestro gets
It ends
D-mech
up-
there.
Yeah, it ends up letting the D-Mech happen.
And Gearbear falls to Cranium. Deadly Kitten gets pulled in the Bastion wheels. They're going to have to kite this out. No one's going to fall. And now Deadly Kitten might get caught out here.
This is just going to be cleanup for Phoenix here.
No, I don't know. They look split. They're not focusing a single target. Okay, there it is. The Bastion falls. And Guna gets caught. So does Let's Go, dude. Now the staggers come out. That's what you like to see if you're a fan of Phoenix. And they are fast approaching the halfway point here. They are going to get forward spawns. And Maestro over to that Zarya. Immediately going to get chipped down to half health. Use a bubble. Popping the OC. Maestro gets pulled. Oh, and Pazolite gets doped by Gearbear. Oh, but Cranium finds the Bastion, and Gearbear overcommits. Is going to get caught out. Cranium finding two. And this forward train just keeps on pushing. Cranium getting a little too greedy. Maestro finds the kill. still going to get some forward progress here. The Bastion ult being used to sort of corral this push here. And Pazolite falls. And honestly, Phoenix here might be committing the cardinal sin of not just fighting on bot. You see, as you kite and you don't contest bot, you let them walk it back. And now the Mercy and Dill are both going to lose forward spawn, which is going to result in a very delayed fight.
Staggered. Yes.
No, Mercy looks like she caught it. Dill, however, did not, which is rough. Because now, again, they can chase these stagger kills. And they do. Pazolite falls. Not to mention, even if Pazolite doesn't fall there, okay, gets res. Now when you walk in, if you're not careful, you're walking into a team set up on high ground. Dill should be smart about this and should rotate with the rest of his team. Gerber finds Blossom, and Dill's just getting zoned by himself as this fight happens here on this off angle. And they're just giving this space. They don't know what to do. However, Zarya really committed to walking down Dill, and Deadly Kitten just going to mow down 2 from the back. And yeah, that's a misplay. I don't want to say that we see in Emerald a lot, but I do harp on when we watch these Emerald games. A lot of teams don't fight on bot when the fight is lost, and they end up giving a lot of map space because of it. And now we see War. They're about to push this and take the lead. This is a big ult fight here. Maestro does have grab. Pazolite getting chased off the off angle. Cranium falls. No ults committed yet from either team. And there's the first one out of Blossom. The Valk is being committed. Ooh, and a big missiles from Let's Go, dude. And there it is, a Juno Ray. Met with a Moira
counter.
Well, Deadly Kitten popping the bat. And Dill gets absolutely shredded.
That's the thing that you can see about these push maps. If you do end up staggering like you were saying earlier, it ends up becoming a full turnaround. It just becomes a snowball effect.
Oh, and the solo grab.
The solo grab on the Moira.
Gerber with a big chip damage on a Dill. He's in his ult, but is gonna fall. The visor coming out, but I think it's too little too late. War is gonna walk this one in, and that is gonna complete the push map. And a quick 2-0 in favor of War right now.
Not looking too good if you are a Phoenix fan.
I will say though, there is obviously a lot of early, like, just great fights out of Phoenix. It's just as the course of the match like plays out, we do see War making the adjustments, changing some heroes, adjusting their play style, and just making the right calls, and they end up bringing it back. But I mean, in both maps here, we've seen Phoenix go up initially just to end up fumbling.
I think one of the things that I have noticed is that Phoenix tends to do well when they group up and take that first fight all together. But what's been happening is they do that and then they get overconfident. And then what ends up happening is they start playing separately. And War just takes advantage of that and takes pick after pick. And Phoenix ends up staggering over and over. It happened in the first game, happened in the second game here. And you saw that especially with the push here. I think if they're able to group up and get together and just fight all as one, they might do better.
Yeah, it is rough. I do feel like sometimes Pazolite is getting caught on that off angle there a little too often. I also just think again, it comes down to, I think, just especially on push, it comes down to understanding the map fundamentals. Again, if after Cranium gets picked in that fight and Pazolite gets picked in that fight, you guys make the decision to just die on bot. You all end up getting close spawn, And honestly, they had the bot pushed so far into War's spawn, they would have been able to contest bot before they even got it back to the middle, before they lost forward spawn. But because of how they tried to kite and then died late, they ended up getting Dill bad spawn, and everyone else got caught in forward spawn. It was just unfortunate.
There is still light at the end of the tunnel, though. I do see a vision. I see a hope for Phoenix here. It's not the end of the road yet. It is a best of 7 instead of a best of 5. This is not the final point here. Even if they do lose this one, it is always able to come back.
That is true. We do have a best of 7 series here for you. It is Grand Finals.
I mean, we did also see 2 of the best bands coming out of War already. We had that Orisa ban and we had that Pharah ban already. We might see a Soj ban here out of War. If you're Phoenix, you might. Are streamers back? Question mark.
Streamer is back.
Apparently, our audio had just stopped working all of a sudden, but we are back. If you did miss it, we did have that Route 66 pick come in from Phoenix, and we have our first ban here now. The Vendetta is getting banned. Just like we were saying, that Protect ban on that Soj might be the play.
Yeah, the Vendetta ban, it might be big here. I feel like you did point out when Phoenix kind of takes the more close-knit sort of structured fights, they end up winning. And I do feel like sometimes Pazlight is getting caught out by Gare Bear on these off angles, especially that map with the Vendetta Soldier matchup. I feel like Pazlight was getting caught out sometimes there. The Vendetta is off the table, so maybe that opens up some action on the off angles for Pazlight. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
A Sigma ban on the side of War here. Dill has not pulled out that Sig yet, but it is a good pick here on that Route 66 map as well.
Yeah, a Sig. I don't know. He could be very oppressive. That being said, I feel like, not that it doesn't matter, but I feel like for what War's running, or has been running, not that it's a bad ban, but I feel like they would be okay playing into a Sig. I feel like if you're a hit scan player, playing against Sig kind of makes you kind of just hate your life, right? There's just always a shield in your face. You're just constantly going to take chip damage from this weirdo splashing rocks at you. Or his spheres. It might not be lethal, but you can't really off angle against it. You're constantly getting chipped. The ult's annoying. He's just, when he's in a good spot, he's in a good spot. So I actually think if Maestro has a Sig in the back pocket, he could be really impressive.
Yeah.
But regardless, the Sig ban is on the table. There will not be a Sigma here. There is no Melody on Route 66.
I mean, especially I think if we are pulling out that Zarya pretty often, the Zarya goes well against both the Sig and the Orisa. So even if they were worried about that Sigma, we still have that Zarya in the back pocket.
And Dill is on the Orisa, back to where he feels at home. Pazlight flashing us with the Cassidy ban.
Yeah, I like
Or
that. I
Cassie
like that
pick.
pick. It's a lot more. It's a lot more in your face. It's a lot more. We play together and we get picks and we go in. I think this could end up working here if you're a Phoenix fan. Sleep Dart comes out early.
Yeah, looking for something cheeky there. I'm not sure, but not gonna find anything. As Pazolite and NN trying to take this high ground as Maestro contests it. This cart comes around the first bend here. Gonna trade some damage, and Pazolite finds Gare Bear early. That's a great pick.
That's the kind of starting pick that you need if you're Phoenix.
Ooh, but let's go, dude. And the answer on a Cranium. Now we're all even as the D.Va all-ins on Pazolite. Pazolite gonna be able to roll, get peeled. As Maestro is just gonna posture now on cart. And see,
I'm really
not
liking
that
the
it's
positioning from this D.Va. It's taking a lot of space and not giving up anything.
Yeah, this high ground isn't insurmountable, but when you're on a character like Orisa, it can still feel really oppressive. And Maestro floating back and forth, touching cart, playing it perfectly. Gare Bear finds Cranium as Dill opting to rotate all the way around this gas station, up on the height now by himself, as the rest of his team is sort of split here. And Blossom gets chasing down, but able to TP out, but not before Let's Go Dude gets the confirmation. And now both supports are down. And it's just clean up here as Phoenix gets whittled down and Dill falls. And Maestro's going in.
That's what we were talking about before the map started. Whenever Phoenix ends up doing that split and they try to take one-on-one fights on their own, it just doesn't end up working. They need to play together and get those early
play
picks
together. Deadly Kitten, not on the Reaper, does not have a get out of jail free card anymore. Gets picked. And Phoenix is walking back into this fight up one. Will they be able to do anything with it? And I want to point out the positioning of Let's Go Dude. He's positioned way back by that rock, and he is looking for aggressive nades and aggressive shots, and it's paying off. Gare Bear with a tire, gonna put them up 2 now in this fight as War pushes back this Phoenix attack yet again. That's only one ult used for that fight too, so the ult economies are still looking relatively even here.
I mean, honestly, if you are Phoenix, what do you do here? I mean, you probably wrap around towards the left side high ground, right? All together, and try and get that Ana caught out.
Honestly, I don't know.
Nano
Deadly
Visor.
Kitten popping the Nano Visor. Dill commits his ult, but the picks are still going in favor of this War roster.
Honestly, if you were Phoenix there, you favor that. You just got out 2 very important ults. All they have left is that D.Va ult. It is big, but you're coming up on 4 ults here. You do like to see it.
Also, though, to bounce off what you said, you can't push out the Ana. They do have to take gas station. Because the D.Va's gonna fly up and DM the Junkrat, you're not gonna be able to walk that small room. And Maestro does find Pazolite. Cranium popping the OC, falling dangerously low, and Gare Bear's gonna find the confirmation.
I think Cranium had the right idea there. I think they just all needed to go in and press Q. I don't know if they were ult tracking there to be able to tell.
Oh, and the bomb finding 2. It's devastating. 10 seconds left, and you're gonna leave 2 support ults on the table. You hate to see it if you're a Phoenix fan. But yeah, we did point out when Phoenix gets split, the chaos, they don't strive in it. But I do think that initial rotate on a gas station that Dill made was the right one. I think they just have to make it together.
And yeah, I mean, it is Emerald. It might be a communication issue. It might not just be following up on whatever comms were happening. It would be nice to get a peek into what was in the minds of the players there. But, I mean, this is rough. This is rough if you're Phoenix. I mean...
Hear me
Our
out.
streamer yapping something.
what if... No, they didn't even push the card far enough. I was going to say, what if we do a spawn hold here? I don't think that's going to net you a second fight. We didn't get enough progress. Alright. Now we're seeing some stuff. Dill is going to be cranking his Og, ladies and gentlemen, live and on stream. And don't read into that. I mean it. The Roadhog is here on Route 66. And Gare Bear is going to roll out on the Pharmercy with Let's Go, dude.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
I am empowered. Up and away.
Dill already taking some poke as Gare Bear looking to lob missiles on top of this gas station. A great hook.
Fantastic early pick.
Oh, and Mercy emboldened grabs the res. But they do
you
pay
get the D-Mech.
the D-Mech, yes. And Dill,
No, I'm liking what Dill's cooking here. These hooks have been
absolute-
phenomenal.
threatening presence on the Roadhog. A great start to this defense. You just wish you had some of this motion on attack. The remech comes out. As now Dill just looks to hold this corner here. And Anon needs to be careful. Falling low as a direct rocket comes out. Same with Blossom. Suzu committed. I didn't even see Deadly
Fantastic Suzu.
swapped over to the Bastion. Gonna mow Dill down. As Maestro's on top of this gas station, creating space, as the rest of this war roster is looking to just push the cart in. Cleanup kills come out, and that is going to be map 3.
Bob comes out unable to touch there at the last second, unfortunately. That's 3-0 on the side of war here.
Yeah,
We
that
see
is
that
a
Pharah
lot
early
of
picks.
momentum coming in to this map 4. And Gare Bear absolutely devastating here on the Pharah. I don't know if Phoenix does or if they have practiced a lot with it, but I feel like one of their DPS needs to be on a flex DPS or something a little more meaty. We're seeing these double hit scan comps, and they're running it into a Diva, into a Ramatra, and when faced with a Pharah, a Junkrat, a Vendetta, they're just getting caught out. There's a crazy amount of burst damage coming out. And even though hit scan characters, they generate a lot of pressure. Everyone likes clicking mouse, getting the instant gratification of the hit marker coming up on your screen. A lot of the pressure that comes up from some of these flex DPS, whether it be the Pharah or it be the Vendetta, or maybe not a traditional projectile DPS, but even the Reaper, right? The Reaper putting out a ton of pressure there for the side of war, and Phoenix just doesn't have that. They're just on double hit scan into pretty oppressive tanks, like you said. On the side of war, Maestro went on the ram, just kind of opting to hold block and live and hold space, while his DPS kind of they just kind of go ham. They get to go ham. And I think it's kind of because they do have the offset of a hit scan and a flex DPS, or even a goofy like double flex comp. I just don't think the double hit scan is working for Phoenix.
Looks like we do have a wild switch up here. We're putting Cranium in on tank and Dill in on DPS here. I don't know if we've seen this yet. I mean, I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe Cranium is the higher ranked tank and may have more of a roster than that Orisa. So you never know. We might see some gaming here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but to bounce off what I just said, I do believe Dill had a season on the DPS on the Genji. I did just see the Phoenix stream of them warming up. Dill playing some Junkrat. This could be the flex DPS that we need. This could be it.
I mean, you could be right here. We'll see what happens here. I mean, I'm definitely excited to see it. I'm definitely excited to see anything that isn't an Orisa out of Phoenix here. Hopefully, but also you're right. I mean, that I think Dill's kind of known for that Junkrat flex style DPS. You see it a lot because I think he was a Zen player, right? So kind of similar to a lot of those flex heroes on DPS.
Yeah, and the first ban's coming out here. Phoenix opting to ban Zarya.
Oh, also, I don't know if we mentioned King's Row, by the way. King's Row is the pick.
I mean, if this was the map I'd like to make my last stand on, or I was going to make my last stand on, this would be it. It's do or die for Phoenix here. They need to pull out a win here to start mounting a comeback and mounting the reverse sweep. No ban out of war yet. See, I think this is interesting too. I mean, we kind of saw it last night in the Ruby finals. I think they managed to be smart about it overall. I was pretty much a fan of every ban. But if Phoenix does get some momentum here, the bans start to become shaky, right? Because there it is. Let's go, dude. Just put it in chat. War is going to ban Soj. And it seems like there is a lot of back and forth target banning of just like, you play this hero, we ban it. You play this hero, we ban it. Where now
you say that, but Cranium was the one that was playing Soj, and now they are on the tank roll. So
Cranium is on the tank roll, that is correct. But Pazlight, again, kind of just mirroring hit scan characters here. So I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I guess they can't ban it if Cranium does end up swapping back to DPS. But yeah, again, I don't know. I just feel like the hero pools we have here might be a little more concentrated than what we were dealing with last night. So you rip these bans kind of early, and if this does end up going into the championship rounds, I feel like we might run into some hairy bans later on. Might be interesting.
I guess we're about to see here. I believe both teams. Oh, never mind. We have a bio break coming in, so we're gonna be here for a little second.
A bio break coming in. I'm fairly certain there is a delay on the stream, but I'm gonna ask chat anyways. What has been your favorite Super Bowl commercial so far? Let me know in the chat. Honestly, I'm just yapping. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna watch it, but I'll pretend like I will. For you. What do you mean? It's the Super Bowl, Andrew. They have commercials every 30 seconds. Haven't you watched a football game all season? They do that anyways. Honestly, it is amazing to me how live sporting events manage to stay alive, because I have, unfortunately, been forced to watch a football game this season, and there is ads, it feels like, every 30 seconds. I have no idea how it's a live sporting event and how it's broadcast as live, because there's way too many ads. Speaking of ads, if you don't want ads, please subscribe to United Rogue Overwatch.
Ooh, good plug, good plug.
We will be providing you with another Sapphire Championship game, hopefully coming at you next week, and more United Rogue Overwatch in the future.
Next championship game will be an exciting one, because most likely, unless somehow we are able to get it scheduled tomorrow, it will be on a new patch as well. Definitely excited for that new patch. It looks like both teams are ready here, though. So we will be going in just a second.
Now entering King's Row.
And here it is. King's Row. Like I said, the tail of the tape here, it's do or die. If you're a Phoenix fan, and I hope everyone in chat has actual money riding on this, not channel points. It is Super Bowl Sunday after all. Surely someone put real money on this somewhere. If not, please head over to the Louisville server. We do have some backroom bookies who could get you set up with some bets. Yeah, and there it is. Like I said, Dill spent a season on the DPS on the Genji, flashing the Genji here now in the attack spawn room.
Genji and the Widow. Widow is always a classic pick, especially on his first point here in King's Row. We may just see trying to get a single pick here and then swapping, or we just swap early. Nope, that makes sense.
Attackers incoming.
And I do want to point our attention to Gerber, posted up, waiting for a victim to fall prey, fall unawares, as Phoenix makes their way through this choke and into hotel.
Gerber's gonna have a crazy flank here.
A little late, finds the tank and ends up getting picked. That's a great opening pick as Cranium surges forward, able to find another, and now forced to form, but still fighting, looking for a third in this room as Maestro's going to get demacked on point, and Let's Go Do desperately trying to come into the fray is going to pay with his life, as it looks like Phoenix are going to cap first here.
Big turnaround for Phoenix here. Maybe this tank swap was what you needed.
Yeah, a tank swap. You have a flex DPS now. And yeah, that was pretty much textbook. Able to cap first fight. Dill contesting Gerber, small room. It is a Junkrat. Be careful. Both of them looking to back up, give the space. Oh, maybe not. It's still playing out. I don't know. But down main, both Rams sort of posturing, fighting for control. As Wars actually...
we do have a shout out here from Buns, calling Gerber the third best Junkrat, and you are.
I mean, that is high praise coming from Buns. Oh my gosh, and Cranium popping the Annihilation. I was gonna say just running people down.
Maybe 4. Wow.
It's just the Cranium show tonight. I who put this guy on his game?
Doesn't matter what role you put this.
Yeah,
it's gonna pop off.
And the High Noon and
Let's
Tank.
get the Cranium support going up next map. Surely it'll work out flawlessly.
War is gonna get a recontest here as the payload comes.
It's gonna be a big Q fight coming up here.
Us into the final bend. Kitten falling very low, gets pulled by Guna, a great grip. The tire emitted by Gerber and the tree from Guna is gonna find the Alari, and that might be all you need as Dill gets ran down by Guna and the Cassidy. And it's just gonna be cleanup here. Maestro, maybe not. Maestro might get picked here. No, another great grip out of Guna. Absolutely doing Lifeweaver things, extending the fight, giving these players second chances. As now the respawn's coming back for Phoenix. Cranium surging forward with the form. Falls low, though, around the bend, out of his support's LOS. And now it should be Lino? Surely we don't stagger ourselves if you're on Phoenix. And they don't. Okay, good. All right, but again, you said big Q Fest coming up here. Phoenix has everything, and War still has some pretty big ults in the bank. You have the Annihilation, you have the Ray, a High Noon for a Zoner ult. We'll see what happens.
You just want to press Q early here if you're Phoenix.
And there it
There
is.
we go.
The Annihilation and Blade finding 1, 2,
Counter Annihilation.
finding Blossom. And Let's Go Dude is 1 HP, falls. Dale helping confirm that kill. The dash is coming
Clean up
out.
here on the side of Phoenix.
Yeah, these squishies just have to be careful to kite around Maestro's form, and they do. They are going to be able to push this payload in. I don't think they get a contest even if they wanted it. It is just going to be Phoenix here closing out this Streets phase and moving on to third point.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Both teams committed a couple ults there. We are going to have both support ults still on the table for Phoenix here, which might be a game changer. That Ray could be crazy. And there it is.
There it is. We have the
Cranium.
tree to counter.
Oh, Deadly Kitten gets shut down out of his ult. I think he did fire, but way too early. And a tire here, gonna get killed by Cranium. The tree is able to sustain Maestro, but the picks are in favor of Phoenix right now. I say that, but Blossom gets sniped by Gare Bear. And now Cranium is running into the
just
back
popping
line.
off.
Oh, what? I don't know what happened in Pazolite. We rolled off the map. And that is going to be a fight reset here for Phoenix.
Okay, because we still have the best ult on the board. We have Cassidy ult. Old Cassidy ult. I need.
We do have High Noon. And Deadly Kitten on a crazy flank. Again, maybe forgetting we're not on the Reaper. We don't have a shift button here. And Cranium is going to catch him, trying to rotate back to his team.
I sure gonna go down early here, and that's gonna be a lot of push that Phoenix can take here.
More importantly, when they come back out, they are going to have to push into the Cole Cassidy ult that we surely use. We've had it for a little while now. It could actually be big here. And Pazolite is going to find Deadly Kitten. Again, putting them in prime position to cap here. Ult's being
Ilario
committed.
comes
The
out.
Ray, the Ilario
Surely
ult.
High Noon is gonna get popped soon.
Maestro falls. Dill confirming kills, getting the dash resets. And I mean, they don't really need the High Noon at this point, but that is going to seal the deal. And there it is, the High Noon.
Over a minute on the board.
Yeah. A decent
That's-
time bank. Yeah.
That's really good.
Respectable.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
I think you were saying something about the flex DPS swap, and I don't know. I think I like the way that Cranium is playing a little bit more than I saw Dill, especially if you look at the Ram counterparts. But I do like to see that it might be a more even matchup here. We may just have that reverse sweep.
Yeah, I think Cranium is doing better at like Dill was he was being aggressive. I just feel like Cranium is a little bit more methodical about how he's being aggressive. He's getting the picks, but he's managing to stay alive too, and I think that's huge because I think Dill's problem may have been, even though he was trying to be aggressive, he was taking too much damage while he was doing it. His supports were always getting caught out by Maestro as they're trying to help or aid him. And I think maybe Cranium is just a little bit better about hitting those timings and hitting the backline and not blowing up. It might just be a timing thing, but yeah, I think you're right. This is the swap that maybe we needed to see here out of Phoenix.
You see that Pharah swap as well. Especially on this first point, that's going to be really nice.
The Pharah swap And Gear Bear is on the Vendetta now, off the Junkrat. Dill falling low, able to dash out. Deadly Kitten eats 2 direct rockets to the teeth. And they're gonna get caught out in rotation here. As Pazolite falling dangerously low, getting a little too excited. But Cranium is in this backline. He is punching and cleaving through all members
Honestly,
of War right now.
I don't know how Cranium was able to live that.
Hey, out of sight, out of mind. He just followed the rotate. And Anon falls, but not before we get some stagger kills here. Deadly Kitten is gonna make it back into spawn. And Pazolite really close to a barrage here. Cranium coming up on that Ram ult too. We could see some early Qs here to help shut down this attack. And Gare Bear, what's the 1v1 with the Pharah? Gonna throw the Vendetta sword up. Not gonna be able to confirm that overhead slash. And Cranium sees the rotate. Not gonna be able to be completed by the rest of the squishies. Shifts in, popping their Motrol. Anon falls again early, but the ults from the side of War here, or from the side of Phoenix here, gonna claim a couple. Both teams down tanks. Let's go, dude. Being hunted by the Pharah.
Time to give up a little bit of space if you are Phoenix here. Wait for your team to regroup. As I say that, we are regrouped here.
There's
the tree comes out from War. And the High Noon.
This could
they
be
want
big.
this point, and they're going to take it.
Oh, the speed from the Lucio. Deadly Kitten is moonwalking on him. And Dill gets picked. High Noon not finding anyone, but a huge zoning tool. And Cranium gets absolutely deleted as Pazolite comes over the top. Able to get one, but overall, the cap is going to come through. Not a bad defense. They did hold there for a fight and a half.
Quite a while. There was only about a minute left on the board when they did cap. But now you're looking at 3 ults on the side of War here. They are now the ones that are going to press Q early.
Well, if they don't, Blossom's coming. It basically has Ray, Dill, and Pazolite are both going to come up on their ults. So if they don't do anything, it's going to be even. Yeah, even Cranium, 81%. The beat used. The Alarial.
And a fantastic Alarial.
To the beat not finding the members of War in time, and that push gets shut down.
This is what we wanted to see from Phoenix. We wanted to see them being the ones all pressing W at the same time, all coordinating their attacks and Qs. We only saw the Alari ult there, and that's all they needed to win that fight. They pressed Q early, and that's what we wanted to see.
Not only did they press Q early, but getting the beat out, and now Let's Go Dude is over onto the Juno. You don't have a defensive ult, really, for this Blade, or this whatever you want to use, really. You could just engage with Beam here. Duna doesn't have Tree yet. Coming close to it, though, but they could go early. Oh, and a Poco Bomb here. Is gonna
Able to find the Alari pylon.
Ooh, a big flank from Gare Bear here. Able to find the Pharah with the Vendetta ult. But Maestro, it was dead.
The Blade and spawn.
Yeah, so the Blade's gonna come out. Able to get
4?
Make it 4. Someone clip it. We might have the fastest Genji in UR here in Emerald.
Laggy? Is that you?
No, come on. Laggy hung up his shurikens long ago.
No. Once a one-trick pony, always a one-trick pony. And now we're looking at a much more even fight here. Coming up on Ray on the side of War.
There's the Ray.
Early Ray and Barrage.
But Tree comes out
to try and counter, but
it's a little late.
A little late.
It's late and just way too much burst damage, I think, for the Tree to
Once again,
help
that
absorb.
pressing Q and pressing W early. I think War needs to take a page out of Phoenix's book here.
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna matter. Not with this choke here. It's too tight. They're gonna be walking into another Alariel and a Ramattra. I say that, but we're getting a little greedy. Cranium going in looking for some kills, not finding anyone. I'm just worried about the fight going upstairs. I say that, and Deadly Kitten eats a rocket to the mouth. And the Alariel comes out. Gonna find Bear and gonna stave off this push as the Juno Ray fizzles.
Yeah,
really
that's
is
really
just gonna
all you
be-
need. 15 seconds left. This is last fight territory here. And all you have on both sides is... yeah, there it is. The Ramattra ult.
Is able to find Blossom though. Trades coming out, Guna falls, but Anon falls, and Phoenix has no supports on the board here. Cranium doing the right thing, not ulting, dying on cart. Everyone is going to be able to respawn and push in together. Surely no one gets picked. Surely the DPS from Phoenix don't over posture. Hazalite able to get that Mirage online though for this final fight here, and the only ults we might see here are from Guna and Bear. I don't know if they're going to be enough to stop what could potentially be 4 ults here from the side of Phoenix. And the solo ult on the Bear.
There's the Ramattra ult.
The Ramattra ult gets popped. Guna falling low.
And we're seeing
Kill with a blade. The tree able to come out, but
died.
it doesn't matter. That is going to be the first map for Phoenix. And more
Completely different
importantly,
Phoenix here.
the
Very
first step
different.
in a reverse sweep here.
Play of the game.
We've opened the closet door just to crack.
I was going to say, this is exactly
Wait, it wasn't the
what you want.
it wasn't the 4K blade.
No,
I guess this,
4K,
yeah, this was
I was
also
gonna say,
4K.
a 4K Ramattra will still do it.
Fantastic plays that are coming out of Phoenix. I'm really happy to see it. This is now a game.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you want if you're a Phoenix fan. I mean, you know what they say. Is it one day or is it day one? And they are locked in here now looking to mount a comeback. That's the traction you needed. You have a flex DPS on the board. It seems like Cranium is just better at finding his tempo. And again, these timings here on tank. Honestly, there was some back and forth there. I feel like on Phoenix's attack, you know, they kind of got caught up a little bit there on Streets phase. Lost a fight or two there on third point, but still had a time bank. But their defense, holding that choke, it was absolutely textbook. I say that, but the ball is now, for the first time, in War's court. They are going to get to pick map and ban.
They're able to get map and ban, but they really only have 3 choices here for the map. We are going to go to Suravasa because, I mean, who doesn't go to Suravasa when it's Flashpoint?
Yeah, honestly, Criminal, was there an Atlas game all season? Is Atlas
I
in the
don't know
map
for
pool?
sure. I mean, yes, Atlas was in the map pool, but I don't know if we actually got a map on Atlas. Atlas was played during the season. A voice has told me in my inner ear.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to call that voice a liar. I don't believe it.
It's like we do have the Ramattra ban coming out of War here as well. I mean, that makes sense. Cranium was putting up numbers on that Ramatra. Maybe
Yeah,
trying
no,
to get Cranium out of their comfort zone.
Absolutely surgical Ramatra gameplay.
Surgical.
That is correct.
And to counteract that, we do have another target ban coming out of Phoenix here. We do have the Lifeweaver ban, target banning that Guna gameplay.
I don't even hate it. I think honestly, Guna has been
Putting up numbers. Putting up numbers for sure.
putting up numbers in the healing department. But honestly, the saving grace in some of these fights for War. Some of these pulls have been absolutely phenomenal and able to giving like just basically a fight reset for War. A lot of the times the tank falls low or a DPS is out of position about to get ulted, the pull comes out, it saves them. Utility ults, cooldowns get wasted from the enemy team, and you kind of just get a pseudo fight reset out of it. They've been perfectly timed, and we've seen them fight after fight. So I honestly, I don't mind the Lifeweaver ban. Especially, we know Guna, she's a staple name here in UR. We know she's going to play the Lifeweaver. So it's not like you have to worry about, oh, it's this map over this map. They might run this backline over this backline. Like, no, Guna's going to lock the Weaver. So with that off the table, we are going to see Guna showing us some Juno gameplay this round.
Might have a little bit more. I mean, we do have the double speed as well. That could be devastating.
5, 4,
Yeah, and we are going to see the Zar comp that we saw on the first control point back on Lijiang here. Out of the
Zarya
side
versus Zarya.
War. Yeah, we do have a Zar versus Zar. And it is Phoenix opting to take the inside first, while War looks to poke from the outside here. Deadly Kitten falling low gets bubbled, but also uses the fade there. And now Gare Bear gets bubbled. That's both bubbles out of Maestro. As Phoenix are set up on this point, comfortable. Maestro falls
And
low,
you can
but doesn't
see
have any
that
bubbles for
punishment
himself.
happening.
Yeah, that is going to be a pick, and a deadly one at that, as this push fizzles out here. Let's go, dude. Maybe going to get caught out looking for an exit frag here. Not sure. Yeah, past the light, finding the kill. And that percentage is just going to tick up here on Flashpoint. We're already sitting at a 40% as War walks back in to contest. And again, look at the ult charge. Cranium already sitting at over 80% ult charge. Ready, basically ready for this grab.
I mean, the grab was going to come out early. It's just going to win them another fight here. Might be all they need to get this first point. Could be a fantastic grab right here.
Yeah, there it is.
You see it.
Literally on cooldown, and it is going to secure the fight, and most likely the point, as Guna falls. And Deadly Kitten is going to make it out, but
They're not going to have a
doesn't
touch here,
matter.
though.
Yeah, no touch is going to come out. And yeah, that was absolutely textbook from Phoenix. And they're already rotating.
next flashpoint, Ruins.
I wish I could see which point it was. Looks like it is going to be that backside point. So they are going to have the advantage here with the positioning as well.
And Gare Bear going all in does get bubbled. He is okay. Looking for one of those overhead slashes. And finds one on a Blossom with a second bubble coming out onto them.
That's two
And
bubbles
on
out of Cranium here. It could be punishable.
How the rush comes out. Dill looking for Guna in the backline. Both dancing, falling low. Cranium able to help confirm the kill. And picking up Deadly Kitten. Let's go, dude. Finds a trade of his own.
This is just
Bolzar is walking back.
Cranium is still feed. It's all Cranium. It makes you wonder why they didn't do this earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I will give props to the Ram. Gameplay out of Cranium, it was phenomenal. But after seeing him on the Soj, like, I mean, let's be honest, Zarya is just a DPS hero, and you have the point-and-click adventure gamer on the point-and-click hero, and I think that shows as we see the Blade coming out. It is gonna get beat out, not gonna find much. The Vendetta ult comes out, finds Pazolite, the first pick in favor of War. And Maestro able to find Cranium. It's just going to be cleanup as the supports from Phoenix fall.
Good stall there, though. They were able to get another like 20% there on the side of Phoenix there.
Able to drag it out a little bit. Deadly Kitten, though, over onto this Bastion, though, I want to call that out. Just because that is going to be now a lot of pressure for Cranium to absorb with these bubbles. You're going to be high charge, but you're going to also be able to get punished if you burn through them too early.
Well, you also have that Grav Bastional combo coming out here. I could see that happening.
And there it is. No combo, though, but a big overhead slash from Vendetta is all you need to clean up a Grav.
Why combo with Grav when you can just win the fight either way? That was a 5-man Grav there. That was fantastic. But now you're looking at 4 ults compared to just the Bastion ult coming up on the side.
Just the Bastion ult. You need to be careful here. You don't want to overcommit if you're Phoenix. And the Ray, both support ults come out. It does land, it does mark a couple, and it does find the Zarya and the Lucio. Oh, the Bastion ult coming out. I think it's too little, too late. Yeah, it's just going to get bubbled. Cranium's going to be high charge. And we're going to look for these stagger kills here. Oh, a Grav comes out. That's absolutely devious. It looks like Gerber is going to rush in with the Lucio, looking for a touch here.
Even unnecessary grab there, but it did secure them this point, I believe.
Yeah, Pazolite gets shut down out of their ult, though. You probably want that one back, but it is going to be the Phoenix show, capping 2 points back-to-back here. Guna desperately trying to get a last-second touch. Gonna die late.
Next flashpoint, Temple.
Oh, that's crazy. It's Temple. They are going to get pull here, too. Phoenix is going to be set up in prime position.
I think it's absolutely diabolical that you know the names of these points. But, yeah.
They say it. The announcer says it in the game. If you turn your game volume up, you will hear it. I promise. Ooh, and Gerber feeds just a little bit there before this point unlocks. It is going to put
rely on those bubbles.
Phoenix in great position to cap here as Deadly Kitten forms early.
The Moira ult coming out to help secure the point. I think it might just do so.
Yeah, I don't know. Both Zara's high charge, though, and Anon gonna fall. We're even now. Actually, Vendetta came back from spawn. War actually has the advantage now, and Deadly Kitten with the wheels gonna melt Cranium, and the first flip for this point actually goes in favor of War. We are playing it back and forth here. I will note, though, that Cranium was able to use Grav and build Grav again before Maestro used his or gets his. So they're both about to come up on Grav here. It might come down to whichever Zara uses it first.
Might see the double Grav coming out as well.
Yeah, and there's no Lucio on the table anymore. No real true defensive support ult. Ooh, and Pazolite finds Gerber on the off angle.
Now we're going to see the Grav coming out here. Surely.
And there it is.
There it is.
Cranium used it first. Both Zaryas grab each other. The blade comes out. He does get bubbled, but Bastion in the wheels is just shredding. I do think... Oh my god. He's popping the Bastion ult to live. No, he does die.
Yeah, it was a choice for sure.
Yeah, and Gerber is going to be forced.
Vendetta is able to get out here. That's going to be really, really important here on this next fight.
Yeah, and you use the blade and the grab there, but you also use the other grab combo. If you're a War fan, the grab Bastion ult came out a little staggered, but every other ult is going to be on the board. Deadly Kitten using wheels early. Cranium punished.
That's devastating on the side of Phoenix there. I think War is going to take this point pretty handedly.
Yeah, that should be it. I don't think we're gonna get a touch here, as
Now,
Azalea is
1 to
just
2. 1 to 2 on the side of War.
Temple.
Yeah, and I think a big thing here is Cranium is gonna have to start playing a little more reserved, a little less aggressive.
Against that
'cause
Bastion.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Deadly Kitten has not used one single brain cell to think about when we're using wheels. We're using wheels as soon as we see the Zarya, but it's working because Cranium is not positioning around it. It is just shoot on sight.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Not so fast.
And now both teams posturing. Ooh, a great pick
Another
on the
early
Let's Go
pick
dude.
here.
The Moira gonna commit the Coalescence to sort of even the fight. And Gerber finds Dill, but not before Pazalite gets the trade. And
Did
the
the-
Ilario hits the bubble?
That's
It hit something. It
I think
got
it hit the
blocked.
wall there. Unfortunately.
And even though War gets the initial point, the quick flip is going to come back in Phoenix's favor.
I think fantastic scare tactic Illari ult there. Really had War on their back feet there.
I mean, the trades came out regardless, but yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to see another big Ilario. And we do see a cheeky flank coming out of Gerber here. And mirror raise as both teams fight in the lane and able to find two. Let's go, dude. Finding their counterpart kills Blossom, but Pazalite able to find one. It is just going to be a quick flip, though. Pazalite has the double slide.
Maybe
it's
might be
gonna
staggering
like-
here a little bit.
Ooh. The Vendetta wants it. Will Gerber
The
find
Vendetta
it?
wants it.
Absolutely not. Pazalite is going to play it safe? Question mark? Yeah, I think we're okay.
And we do have, like we said before, Cranium has that grab up a bit quicker, and we are going to see probably a big grab here as War is all huddled up together.
And Gerber gets bubbled. Looking for Pazalite.
There goes Wheels
He'll lose
early.
the slide. Yeah, the wheels come out early.
If you're Phoenix here, you want to press W and you want to do it now.
Well, there is the ring from the Juno.
You'll also have to touch the point here. It's a big grab, but are they going to even touch point?
Oh, the slide comes out.
touch.
Yes. The last second touch. It was close, but they are going to get it. Now,
Holding my
They
breath there.
do
That
have
last
to-
touch.
they do have to worry about a grab now from the side of War. No real ults on the board, just the visor out of Dill. They have to win this fight through their own positioning. They're not going to win it with ults.
It's going to be another close touch here. Let's see if it's just as big of a grab.
Finds two.
It's a good visor,
Oh, but
but
The
it's
Vendetta-
a better ult usage out of War.
now we're going to be all tied up here. Going
2-2.
to
This
the
could be anyone's
final
game here.
point of our flashpoint.
Next flashpoint. Palace.
It's all or
And-
nothing here for War.
Wait. This could be the equalizer. Dill is now on the Bastion. We potentially have two Bastions shooting on sight as we come to this last flashpoint. Okay, Dill taking shoot on sight a little too literally. Deadly Kitten gonna pop that
Another
ult, gets
Bastion ult.
booped
Yeah,
out around
early.
the corner. Not gonna be able to find anyone. Also forced the kite.
Not going to go punish for it.
Ooh, and Blossom falls. Gerber able to find Anon, and that's both supports on the side of Phoenix, and Dill gets shut down. And it's going to be first cap here in favor of War.
Now you're looking at an Illari ult versus a Juno ult here coming up on this next fight. Will either of them be used?
Not sure. Cranium used both bubbles.
And Deadly
Oh, no.
Kitten popping wheels early once again. This might be it here.
Okay, the Ilario out. Does find some marks. Maestro with the bubble to cleanse himself.
Maestro's gonna
Still
fall.
falls. And now Bastion also
The
blowing up.
Jude
And
ult coming out a little too late.
Guna able to find one, but I think overall it's just going to be a flip here. Drawing out some percentage. Yeah, 74% there for War.
Cannot lose a fight here if you're a Phoenix.
Yeah, we are coming up on grab again. Dill in a very, very, very tight spot. Able to get bubbled. And the grab comes out.
Big grab.
Oh, the Bastion combo. Gonna be able to find Deadly
Each of
Kitten
the Bastions
trades.
themselves out with the ult.
Oh, Blossom way too aggressive. Out of position. Gets caught by Maestro. Pazolite popping the OC to sort of counteract his Moira ult. Maestro falls though, so we have a tank on the board for the side of Phoenix and not War. That could be a game changer as Let's Go Dude falls. And Deadly Kitten, again,
Not
just
out of
popping these
action.
wheels on sight. And we're coming into last fight territory.
Final
here.
fight. Final fight. Whoever
And the-
wins this point takes the map.
Even though Cranium has been building these ults faster, just because of the way the point percentage has fallen, they are gonna have to deal with this
Early
grab here out of
Juno.
Maestro. But yeah, the early
Cranium
Juno
going
able
in to try and
Deadly
find those
Kitten.
early picks.
And they do, they
Getting a
find
full
Maestro, the
Juno.
grab's off the table. This is gonna be
That's big.
cleanup. It's just cleanup for Phoenix. And that's gonna be map 2. As again, we climb another rung of the ladder. We're one step closer to the reverse sweep. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands. Phoenix is not gonna take this lying down. We're sitting at 3-2.
Play of the game.
Fantastic play here coming out of Care Bear. That is going to be the closet door is now open though. We see the broom, it's in sight.
And that was it. Dude, Vendetta is a hero. I mean, come on. You gotta love it. I know we have seen some great follow-up into grabs that aren't ults, but man, just one overhead slash and a couple of cleaves, and that's all she wrote. What a play of the game.
If you are following the Super Bowl or if you're not, we do have word in from Tracer Eraser. Shout out. The Seahawks are slowly winning, and that's boring. So it's time to tune in to the You Are Overwatch stream.
Yeah, true. I heard the halftime show already happened, so that means ping your friends, ping your parents, whoever else, honestly. But post this on Truth Social. United Rogue Overwatch live Emerald Finals. This is where the real action's happening. But yeah, now I will point out War was pigeonholed just a little bit into picking a Flashpoint map there. But we played through every game mode now, and they are open to pick whatever, as long as it's not a repeat map.
Are going to go to Ilios, it looks like.
Yeah, Ilios, but now all the fun Boop characters should be on the table. There is going to be frogs. We could have Pharos, unless teams start double dipping and banning their counterparts, which I'm not sure if they will. And yeah, it looks like Phoenix is locked. The Cranium tank swap with Dill is what was needed. We have predictions going off in chat. Please, please give me your channel points. Gamble them away. I would be more than happy to have them. I need more points for the Sapphire gambling when we host those finals next week. see Bowsy in the chat. I better see someone's hog. You already missed it. Dill cranked his hog. I'm sorry. You tuned in late. And let's go, dude. Puts it in the chat. Alari is going to be banned for Ilios.
The Alari was putting up numbers, so it kind of makes sense.
Some big Alari ults there. Did have one that was unfortunately got obstructed by a wall or a bubble or something, but overall, I mean, we saw quite a few double kills, just assists from the Alari ults coming out. I mean, there was some pretty big Alari ults there. And Dill puts the soldier ban in the chat. And again, though, this is, like I said, this is where it gets interesting. I think we have a little bit more structured hero pools here in this matchup. And a lot of the big ones ripped off, the band-aids ripped off early. So as this series continues, I think they're going to be wanting for some of these bans back. But it's too little too late. We're already here.
You tend to see that in a lot of these best of 7 finals games, yeah.
We are going to be on White House
on
for the first sub map, and yeah. Oh wait, do we
are
have
on that Zarya matchup
Faradul?
once again?
Of Faradul taking place? Is this what we have?
Oh, surely
no
we
Mercy
stick with the
on the
Doom this
board.
time.
Do you think we see a Doom here?
Surely,
interesting.
surely.
Deadly Kitten? No, there it is. The Zarya.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
This could be dangerous for the backline on War. No hit scan on either side, but Lifeweaver rather stationary. Does have the paddle, but this could be rough with the Forest spam. We'll see though, as Let's Go Dude gets bubbled, looking for a cheeky boop, doesn't find anything. We're gonna be first to take presence on this point here. Let's Go Dude looking for a boop, finds a crazy boop on the Anon to open up this fight. And Care Bear winning out the Faradul.
It's gonna be pretty easy cleanup here on the side of War.
Another boop from Care Bear? All right.
I almost thought Creative jumped off the map on purpose there to regroup.
Maybe they were looking for it and Care Bear was able to steal it with the boop. Either way, first point going to War here. No swaps from the side of Phoenix. They're opting to just run it back down. Care Bear in a cheeky corner looking for someone to come height. Pazolite just looking to poke at the Lucio. Dill on this Ashe. Able to poke out Care Bear. Zarya looking to kill Let's Go Dude. Let's Go Dude getting pulled by Guna.
Pull gets used a little early. Cranium falls low.
Super low. And Deadly Kitten is just on this back line, zoning everyone else. And Pazolite on point alone. I'm not sure how I feel about this play. Is going to stagger himself. Actually, Dill potentially staggering himself here. No, is going to get bubbled, is going to get care. Should live here. I say that, and Deadly Kitten is just holding W. Is going to get the trade thanks to Care Bear. but an absolutely crazy W play.
Огонь по готовности.
And the grab comes out, only finds Let's Go, dude. They get pulled, the beat used. And both teams with some ults on the board, but Deadly Kitten is just holding W. Oh, Deadly Kitten finds 2.
Both
Everyone-
of our ultis at the same time. That's going to be the first point here, going towards war.
That's 100-0.
I think this... I don't know if you noticed it, but I definitely did. It looks like Phoenix has fallen back to their roots of playing a little bit split.
I don't even know. I feel like there was moments in Saravasa where they played split too. I think it's just the close proximity of this map. Like on Saravasa, yeah, the points are close, but I feel like your sight lines are still a little bit more defined. Honestly, Deadly Kitten is literally lurking in the back line with murderous intent. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like it's oppressing Phoenix's backline just a little too much. And we are gonna see Pazalite off the Faramir, Dill opting for the Soj, and Cranium off the Czar onto the ramp. And they are going to path under this windmill here. And Dill's going to get caught out on the rotation. A big boop from the Lucio into Bear's rockets. Deadly Kitten falling low.
We
Going to
do
get
get the
picked
trade.
here. The pull comes out late and grabs the tank instead of Deadly Kitten. And this could be anyone's fight now. We're even as Anon finds Guna. Let's go, dude. Falling low, but gets bubbled. A huge bubble from Maestro there. Ooh, but it doesn't matter. Anon with the cleanup.
No supports on the side of war. It's going to be Phoenix's first take here.
Yeah, and despite Dill falling first, I think the Ram swap is nice just because of how hard he is. We see it there. Cranium, honestly, cool to just brawl it out with Deadly Kitten. He turned for his backline there, and I think that's what he's going to look to do throughout the course of this match. If you mark the Reaper, you don't let him get away for free, I think they're going to have a little bit more success here. I say that, Dill falling low again, gets pressured out. He needs to be careful as this percentage ticks up here. No ults on the board quite yet. Pazalite kind of coming close to a high noon there. Oh, I say that. Cranium able to find Let's Go, dude, but Blossom and Dill fall. Ooh, and Deadly Kitten with another pick. These are some late picks here. If you're Phoenix, you probably just want to pull out here. As Anon falls low. I think Cranium is just stuck in no man's land. Needs to back up. Dill falling dangerously low, able to pick up the Mega.
Just this very subtle back and forth here that we kind of saw in the first couple maps.
Oh, and a fake out here. The Ram throws the slow one side and uses the Juno ring speed ring to run it down on Bear. That was a good little fake out. And both DPS gone, cut out from the picture. A tree from Guna, but the focus fire is going to come through, and we are going to get some kills through this tree. And Let's Go, dude.
But the tree is going to let them hold on to point for just a bit longer. Able to cap another 10% there. That could mean a lot towards the end of the point here.
All right, now we have ults on the board. Some big ults. There's Grav, Barrage, Blossom, and we have pretty much everything coming up on the side of Phoenix here.
We have Beat coming up as well, if you're War.
And they need to be careful. The speed... Oh, no, the Lucio gets cut out on the rotation. I was going to say that Zarya and Reaper were moving with ill intent along the right lane here. And Dill does fall. Deadly Kitten going to use his shift to get out. But they're chasing, and he finds two. Oh, Cranium is going to try to stall this out for as long as he can. Gonna fall. Climbing up to an 81%. And just winning that, though, off the back of that Blossom, and just honestly, Deadly Kitten's murderous intent. That man has absolutely zero regard for his own life. I just want to put that out there. But it's working. The aggression, just, they don't know how to answer it.
Phoenix needs to hold W and press Q here. They have the ult advantage. They need to
Oh
take
no, they're in a small lane. They're getting grabbed. There it is. Oh, the High Noon able to
it.
catch
The high
oh,
Q comes out.
They are only... Oh, I was going to say they're only down 1, but that's not the case as Deadly Kitten is cleaning up the back line.
He uses ult to hold. I think that's it. I think this is going to be the end here. This is War taking the finals here. No, we have a final touch here from Pazlight.
It's not going to mean much.
I don't know if it's going to mean much here.
They get a second one. Blossom's back
the
now.
Juno's going to have a touch. Wait, hold on.
Cranium is back. Can the Juno live?
It is a 3v5. You can win this.
Oh my god, wait, Maestro. Okay, gets pulled. No, Deadly Kitten finds Anon. They are trying to make a fight of this. Lucio falls. The heals are coming out from Blossom, but Gare Bear finds Dill, and it is just Blossom trying to keep this tank alive.
And Cranium's down. That's it. There we go. War takes the finals. Emerald Finals, Season 9, 4-2.
Yeah, props to both teams. Phoenix really digging deep to try and bring it back, taking a couple of those maps, slowly starting to walk it back. But War is going to come out on top tonight. And to those of us,
we do have a post-match interview that we'd like to do here as well. We are trying to get that set up here in just a second. Fantastic play here from both teams.
yeah, honestly, I think I could be wrong here. We've had a lot of orgs in and out at United Rogue here, but I think that might have been Phoenix's first appearance here in finals. Don't quote me, but I believe that was Phoenix's first ever appearance here in United Rogue finals for Overwatch. So
I believe
huge.
I believe it's their first season in general. I might be wrong, but I think
So
this
yeah,
was
I was
their
gonna
first
say
season in general for United
a
Rogue
big
Overwatch.
accomplishment. Yeah, to come all this way, especially both teams were actually 3 and 4 seed. There were upset wins in our playoff rounds. And here we're actually going to be joined by Guna on the winning team. Congratulations. Thank you for joining us here in the booth tonight. I guess we're just going to ask, how does it feel? I mean, you've been a staple name here in United Rogue Overwatch. You've played through ups and downs, highs and lows on different orgs, and here you find yourself back at War. I think where it all started
My
for you.
second win
no?
on War too. Yeah, and
Yeah.
also where I started. Yeah, no, it's honest. It feels really nice, and this team, like this season, has been amazing. Like, despite our rocky start.
Okay, sorry, a little technical. You're good. A little technical issue there, but to get back into it, you guys were the 4 seed, so you sort of had a storybook ending where the bottom seed sort of takes it all the way. You guys walk it all the way back. You're sitting on top now. Honestly, at partially to your hand. I mean, your whole team, I know you're shouting out Deadly Kitten.
Oh yeah, no.
But we in the booth here, we
Green,
got to see
everybody
your Life Weaver
genuinely
gameplay.
did awesome. Oh yeah, I'm so happy that they let me play Lifeweaver and like actually worked out with our team comps.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of amazing pulls that were honestly just resetting the fight for you guys, giving you guys the upper hand there. It was a great game to watch, a huge series. I think in general to watch. We were worried it was going to be a clean sweep. They dug deep, took a couple maps, but you guys ended up coming out on top anyways. Is there anything that you want to say to anyone, fans, friends, members of War? Anything you want to pass on here?
I mean, thank you to Moto for, you know, trying your best to make like ridiculous changes that we had to make due to some like issues with some members at the beginning. And thank you to just my teammates and my friends, because without y'all, like, obviously would not have won. But go War!
Go War. All right, well, there you have it. From the horse's mouth, go War. They are your Season 9 Emerald champions. Shout out to everyone who showed up to the stream tonight. We appreciate you. And we'll see you here next week for our last finals. We have our Sapphire finals next week. Give it up to War. Give it up to Guna in the chat, in the Discord. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
See you all next week.
Stare into those eyes. Why you so beautiful? You want all my time. The feeling is mutual. Tastes like cherry pie. My guiltiest pleasure, babe. Be forever mine. I want you in every way.